Girl, this damn haves and the have-nots, bitch. Girl, dude. Uh, First of all, what the hell is this? Is episode 22, and this thing is on a mini break, y'all. It won't come back until August the 14th. How many damn episodes before the end of the season? Now, I heard talk through the grapevine that this season's gonna be over 30 episodes. I said, so what they gonna do? They putting two in one? Girl, I'm. Ooh, how many episodes do y'all think this season finna be? This supposed to be his most explosive season. I don't know what he doing. I don't know if he's doing it like this because it's alleged that he's supposed to be going to BET. But all I know is, bitch, these episodes have been good, the last few. And he has lived true to his word because he did put out a statement saying over the next 3 episodes, over the next couple of episodes, it was going to be 3 deaths. And child, we already said, we saw Oscar go to the upper room. Let's see who's going to be on the upper room roster for this episode. We're going to talk about it, bitch. This is the Have and the Have Not, season 6, episode 22, Till Death Do Us Part. Now, if you ask me, it should have been jumpers and booms. And we'll figure out why. I'm going to tell y'all why I said it if you ain't watched the show. Now, we're going to go play by play on this. I'm going to try not to leave nothing out. And keep in mind, I only have an outline. So most of this is coming from the dome. I'm testing myself. So bear with me, okay? Now, we open back up with Candace staring out that window after she done not pushed Oscar on out that window, right? Next thing we see her do is collecting all her things, leaving. She get on the elevator and get to her floor, run right into RK in the hallway. He follow her in her room, and that's when she tells him that she pushed Oscar out the room. She basically say, look, he deserved, out the window. She said he deserved it. He just took my $4 million. Then he done beat my ass. Oh, hell no, he deserved it. And you know RK ain't nothing but he a flying monkey. If y'all know anything about narcissism or narcissistic people, you know exactly what a flying monkey is. How they use people, and that's the terminology for the people that they like to use and control. Flying monkeys. Basically, they do whatever the hell they want them to do. They are their attack dogs. They are their gophers. And that's what the hell RK is. Because he now know that she done pushed this man out this window. He know why, and in the book of his mind, it's justified. But then she says to him, get a piece of paper, don't touch it. What? Bitch, how I get a piece of paper and don't touch it? She told him to write a suicide note, so that's what he doing. Then she tells him to take the shit up to Oscar's room and leave it on his desk. Why you can't take this shit up there? You the one killed her. But of course, she's setting his ass up because if they happen to do an investigation into this, those security cameras are gonna be used, and I guess she thinking like RK will be the last person seen leaving his room. Well, they'll also see you going to the room too and leaving. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. He go up there, he come back, he let her know it's done. And she tell him to go ahead on back to work. He say he on break and he want to spend some time with the bad bitch and comfort her. And took his suspenders off. I said, what you doing? Boy, you is so anxious to fuck this girl and she ain't got no interest in you whatsoever. Go sit your dumb ass down before you get more than you bargained for him. She tell him, you take a lot of breaks. He said, hey, me and Rocky got the manager, a little info on him so we can pretty much do as we please. She said, no, go on back down there because I want you to be my ears to see what the police may be saying. So she put his ass out, told him, put your suspenders back on. Don't walk out of here looking like something happened because you know any damn thing happened. So Hannah is harassing the desk patrol officers down to the police station looking for Benny. Come to find out, he ain't even made it to the station yet. He is actually still in the patrol car en route. I said, well, did they stop at another call before bringing him in? Because how the hell she beat them there? Girl, I don't know. Anyway, Catherine comes back into the police station and she's telling Hannah, look, I know Benny didn't do this. I know he's innocent and Marty gonna take care of everything, and the reason why I know he didn't do this is because Wyatt did. So Hannah is looking at her like, well, wait a minute, how you know? She said, I didn't know when you first told me. All I knew is that Wyatt had done something to a guy in a bar. But after you told me, it didn't take me long to figure it out. And no, it's not like it was before. I feel like he needs to pay for what it is that he's done. And that's why I was already here when you arrived, Hannah. I already told the police. And I've called Marty and let him know. So when Marty come down, he gonna know exactly what to do. And Benny will be coming home today to you. Just hold tight. Then she broke down because she told her I had to tell on him. I couldn't let him continue to do this. At some point, he has to pay for what he's doing, and I can't just let him be out of control like this and we continue to cover up for him. This was a drug deal gone bad, and he's hurt somebody, and he has to be held accountable for it. But she hurting because that's her child. And that is a position that no parent wants to be put into. We don't never want to have to snitch on your ass, and we don't want to have to bury your ass, okay? And look like she gonna have to snitch. Well, she didn't have to snitch, so she upset. And Hannah telling her, I know how you feel. I had to do the same thing when the police was looking for Candace for this Quincy murder. I had to do this very thing, so I understand how you feel. So she was trying to provide some comfort to Catherine, and Catherine seems to be, she gonna be alright, but she hurt because at the end of the day, this is her last child. The first one was murder. Wonder if we ever gonna get closure to that. But this second one, that's her last kid. And not only is he a drug head, but he's got some psychological problems. Because Wyatt he got psychological problems that go deeper than the fact that he's a drug user. It's because of those psychological problems that he is a drug user. So she has to reconcile in her mind what she's done, and she knows she did the right thing, but it don't stop the pain. Okay, she tell Hannah, you just hold tight. Marty on his way. Everything gonna be all right. But I need to go because I need to go talk to Wyatt. And she understood, so she left. And I said, yes, God. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Now we see Jill and Jim emerging from up in the room areas of the Artesian, and the police is everywhere in the lobby. And they both wondering what the hell is going on. Now remember at the end of last episode, we thought he had raped her and did her. Well, apparently he did too goddamn much because she seemed to be pretty alright with him. That's what it seemed like to me. She like she was fine. Talking about, I'll see you later. He said, yeah. So she goes over and she calls D.A. George, and she telling him that, he's getting comfortable. He ready to talk. He's already started talking about stuff, and I think it's in relation to the murder, so we need to move soon. D.A. George thinking, oh, we got his ass this time. He excited about it. When you gonna see him again? I don't know, but we need to get our stuff together. Okay. So they hang up. Now, when he received that call, he was walking into Sarah, also assistant DA girl, office. So she's asking what's going on. He said, shit, we about to give Jim Cryer. That's what's going on. We finna sit this wire up on Jill and everything gonna be good. But we need to roll on over to the hotel because apparently something went on over there and we need to go investigate that right quick. Well, hold on, let me get my stuff. I need to run to my office or something. That gives her time to call Jim and tell Jim that Jill finna start wearing a wire. Now, he already knew that. Because you already told him that she was an informant. And Jill told him what the plan was. So, basically, he's like, I already know because I ain't going down by myself. She said, that's the reason why I'm calling, letting you know what's going on. So, he said, okay, cool. Thanks for the tip. Okay? Then Jim sees Justin and asks what's going on. And he was trying to act like he couldn't discuss it till Jim looked at him and said, well, ain't you the one that was over there at my son's house? Maybe I need to go to your superiors and let them know what's been going on, what kind of stuff you've been involved in lately. When he said that, Justin hurried up and said that they found the body of Oscar. Well, the body out there on the ground is Oscar Aiden, and he is apparent suicide. It's kind of sad. Jim heard that and he shocked. Justin said, "You know him?" Jim said, "No." I said, "Boy, So after Jim walks off from him, he happens to look up and he sees Jeffrey and got on the elevator, and he's looking to see what floor Jeffrey is going to. Now, David and Erica at the house. And basically they talking about going to do some furniture shopping and some grocery shopping. And she saying she gonna catch a cab. Well, he take her outside and present her with a brand new car since Veronica destroyed her car. And she loving it. Then Jim pull up and he finally introduces Erica as his lady. And Jim is impressed. He said, this the mystery lady. She's like, "Oh, mystery. I think he was just trying to make sure that I wasn't crazy or anything like that." And Jim said, "Well, David my best friend, and I can understand that because he would never be caught fooling with a woman that's crazy. He wouldn't even marry a woman that's crazy." And they all laughing at that situation because, you know, that's him being kind of, that's him being a little sarcastic. Anyway, Erica decides to go on and pop her little pussy on back up in the house and let Jim and David have a talk. So the first thing that Jim tells David is, "You know, Oscar done killed himself. I was just over at the hotel. I seen him laying flat to the ground." And David don't really understand or believe that happened like that because that seems so out of character for Oscar. Then David lets Jim know that, you know, ever since Benny been fooling with Veronica, I've been kind of keeping an eye on him. And my sources say he's in jail right now for some type of, he done assaulted and robbed some guy over at the Malone bar, Vinnie Malone. So David don't know that Wyatt and Jim are aware that he don't know that Wyatt did and Jim helped him cover it up. So he just talking. So now Jim wants to go see Benny to see if he can try to put the squeeze on him, because remember, his whole thing is, I want my money. Bitch better have my money, okay? So he asking David, can he arrange for him to be able to see Benny? And of course, David says that he's going to see to it or whatnot, okay? He going to make it happen. Now, he tried to send Erica on to do her store shopping and enjoying her car, but she don't want to do it when he comes back in the house. She wants them to go together. So, you know, he tell her, well, I'll be back shortly and then we can go and do this together. So he leave. But as he's leaving, we see across the street from their house is this guy who Veronica hired. We call him Killer for Hire. He's sitting over there posing as a utility line worker. And he just scoping the place out, right? Over at Veronica's house, the Killer for Hire done called her and told her, well, first she's like, didn't I tell you not to call me? He said, hell, we both on burner phones. She said, well, anyway, what's up? He was calling to report that David done bought Erica a new car. And she, of course, gets more mad and wants them to be taken care of. And old boy said, we're going to do that today. So, I mean, ain't no turning back around. Once we do this, it's going to happen in a couple of hours. We're going to intercept some phone call about furniture or something like that. But it's going to all go down in a matter of hours. And she said, boy, just do what I told you. He said, all right. Then she gets another call, and she's basically saying to the person on the other line, are you ready? And she says, I'm on my way. Then called her housemaid, Alice, and told that lady, this table filthy. Can't you please bring your blind ass down and clean it? I said, this bitch is comedic relief, but she is mean as a snake. Anyway, Jim goes over to the jail, and he's seeing Benny, right? He playing like he gonna be Benny lawyer and help him out, but see, the thing is, he want Benny to tell him, to give him that money for that Candace put in his account. He think that Benny and Candace in cahoots, but really he's not in cahoots with his sister. He didn't even know she was putting that kind of money in the account. And he's threatening Benny, telling Benny that, you know, I know you're not guilty. of this crime, but you'll sit up in here, and that was a Malone. Do you realize what they'll do to you and your family? But see, if you do what I asked you to do, which is give me back my money, then we might be able to help you out. And Benny was sitting there like a big old pretty mall that he is, and ain't nobody shopping up in that hole yet again. He about to just almost, if you ask me, go along with this when Marty and Hannah walks into the interrogation room, and Marty say he free to go. Jim talking about he free to go. First, before he said that, Hannah asked what was Jim doing there. Jim didn't want to tell her, acting like Hannah scared of him. She reminded him, quick, you cried in my arms when your daughter was killed, and I prayed for you. Trust and believe I'm not afraid of you, none whatsoever. What is he here for, Benny? Benny don't want to say nothing about it. He want to sit there and be quiet about the situation. So now he wants to know, how is Benjamin able to leave? Marty said, because we found the actual perpetrator. And he said, yeah, who? Your son. And your wife is the one that turned him in. So now Jim got egg on his face, looking like, God damn. So he get up to leave. So Benny stopped, Hannah stopped Benny as they getting ready to walk out the door of the interrogation room and leave the police precinct. What was he in here talking to you about? Benny don't want to tell her. I said, see, once again, he needs to tell his mama the truth, and maybe he can avoid having issues such as what he just was about to be in, but he hard-headed. Now, Jeffrey is up in his room over at their Artesian, and Justin done called talking about he missed him and he ain't talked to him all day. Jeffrey don't really want to talk to no damn Justin. He mad. He lied and told him he was at his daddy's condo that he messed up, and every time he think about it, it makes him not want to talk to him. Well, see, Justin know Jeffrey is not at David's condo because, remember, I told y'all he saw Jeffrey getting on the elevator when all the police and stuff was down in the lobby investigating Oscar's suicide, or at least what appears to be a suicide. So he talking to him. Justin ain't getting nowhere. Jeffrey hang up on him, and then he calls Jeffrey's phone again, and he's going room to room trying to see if he hears a phone ring, and he's trying to figure out which room is the boy in, right? Well, RK gets off of the damn elevator. He got that bucket of champagne headed to Jeffrey's room, because remember, he told him I'll come see you on my break. Child, I said, So he gets to Jeffrey's room. Jeffrey let him in. He got drinks and whatnot. He's asking, Jeffrey asking him, what is it that you want? You an escort or something like that? Because I ain't interested. RK said he interested in him and he ain't no escort. Jeffrey wanted to know what he want. And really he want him to leave, but RK like he didn't want to leave. So next thing we see, Justin done figured it out and he at the door knocking. Justin thought Jeffrey and RK may have exchanged numbers and had been talking to each other since they was in that cell down to the jail together, but no. That's not where their alliance started. It started at the bar. He tells RK to leave, but then he stopped him and he get paranoid. What the bed messed up for? What that tile there for? What's going on? Child, he told Jeffrey RK got a large rap sheet. In his last arrest, he was trying to convince a man that he was gay so he could try to get over on the man. And he tell RK to leave, but leave that champagne there, and I'm going to test it. And if it's any drugs found in there, oh, trust and believe, I'll be back to see you. And you're going to be very sorry. RK looked shook, so y'all think it was something in that damn champagne bottle? Girl, he looked shook now. So once he leaves, Justin tells Jeffrey, you need to be glad that I came in here. And Jeffrey said, what will it take to make you just simply leave me alone? And Justin said, death. And Jeffrey warned him, look, didn't I tell you about that threatening me shit? What I told you about that? He said, I ain't mean it like that. I mean like to death do us part, is what he meant. I said, yeah, right, Jeffrey. Justin, you gonna keep playing with Jeffrey. You think he crazy. You think he humble, but he crazier than you. Jeffrey is a throwback crazy. He been crazy since childhood, so you might want to walk light pimping. You know what I mean? Now, Hannah and Benny arrived back at her house, and she wanted to know what is it that Jim wanted. He don't want to involve her. She said, but boy, I'm already involved because my name is on that account too. So I'm involved. So what's going on? He gonna say he just need to talk to Candace first, and then gonna ask to use her car, and she let him go. I said, see, you're a part of his problem too. You're a part of why he a big old mouth. First of all, man up. Then you sitting up here, you don't want to tell your mama what's going on, but your mama is involved in this mess anyway. Then your pussy cookie ass gonna ask the woman, can you get her car? You ain't even got no damn car. Girl, oh, I can tell you about Benny. Benny works for me. He a big old pretty mall, but it ain't not one shop up in there, and it don't look like they ever gonna have any shoppers in there, because he is stupid. Now, Hannah is preparing to go inside when she realized Benny got her keys to her house. And she's sitting on the phone trying to call him to come back and bring her keys when Veronica and this white guy from the course is looking for a certain address to where Melissa's is. So they run right into Hannah. And Hannah like, what are you doing here? She asked Hannah, what you doing here? Hannah said, I stay here. She said, oh, this a come up for you, ain't it, girl? Hannah said, Benny not here, so take your hoe and ass somewhere else. Veronica said she there with Mr. White Man because she got court order to take for him to do a psychic evaluation on Melissa. And Hannah wasn't trying to hear that shit. She was not trying to hear that shit. She said, let me see the papers. And this is where Veronica was funny, but she was disrespectful as hell. She's sitting there reading the damn court papers to the woman like A, B, C, D. I said, baby, I would have slapped the hell out of her right then and there. Because what you won't do is insult my intelligence. You might think I'm a maid, but I'm going to beat your ass like a hood chick for real, okay? Anyway. Melissa, she gets Melissa to come out because she had to knock on the door to get her to come to unlock the door because she locked out, right? Child, she come to that door and she see Veronica standing there, and Veronica trying to convince her to let this man, to come go with this man because she needs to have an evaluation because she done tried to hurt herself in the past. And Melissa said, hell to the no, and ran back up in the house and she locked the door. And next thing we see is Veronica thought she was going to get past Hannah and get in her house. She told her, hell no, you better call the police. So she tell Mr. White Man call the police, and Hannah said, Melissa, only problem is you, Veronica. Next thing we hear is Melissa done made her way to the top of the damn roof, and she said she tired of Veronica, and she trying to get her locked up, and she ain't having it. She's sick of her. She done did enough to her. And there you see Hannah and Veronica begging her, please don't jump. You don't jump. She said, oh, I'm going to jump. And baby, did she not jump? She jumped. Yet again, another splat. Another jumper. Okay? So now this poor girl done jumped off the damn top of the building of their, whatever it is that Hannah living in. Baby, she done jumped off of it, dead to her. She dead to the ground now. So that's 2 people who have left us in the last 2 episodes. Now, Catherine done went on over there to see Wyatt, and when I tell you he being super mean to this woman. She's saying to him that he needs to learn to pay for his transgressions, and he said, I can't because you done took all my money. She said, money does not fix everything, Wyatt. He asked her to come sit next to him. And he told her in her face that he hate her and she is the worst. He said, you used to send us a band lesson and everything else, that boarding schools and all of this stuff. You were just an awful parent. She said, but I was also that parent that held you for days after you came back from summer camp and that priest had touched you. I was also the person who you call each and every time that you're in a bind. But I'm such a bad person. She ain't perfect, but I loved you and I've tried. Me and your father ain't always made the best decisions, but we've been trying. She had receipts for days of times that he done called her needing her help. From the time that he called her down there talking about the man was going to kill him and everything else, she recalls every time that when he was in trouble, he calls her, and he had the nerve to say, you know why I call you? Because you are a bigger demon than any demon I had to face. She said, well, your father and I have always tried to do what we thought was best for you, and we're going to do that yet again. And she walked to that door. He talking about, what you talking about? She told the cops to come on in. Baby, they came in there and arrested him for the attempted murder of Vinnie Malone. And he is now shookest. And he should be. He should be. That is so disrespectful. She may not be a perfect parent, and yes, she fell off somewhere along the way in paying attention to her children. But I think she loved her children. I can say I believe she loved them more than what Jim does. But for him to sit there with his privileged ass and talk to her like that, knowing that she done helped him time and time again when he hit Benny and that little girl Melissa and everything else, you mean to tell me this is how you talk to her? Take your stupid drug addict ass to jail. Bye, boy. Bye. Anyway, child David done came back home. Erica ready to go. She said she had already went out and drove the car a couple of times, but she was waiting on him. So they go out there. He put her in the car, and she starts the car as he's making it toward the back of the car to come around on the other side and get in. And all we hear is boom. And we see what appears to be David's body rolling across the lawn. It done threw him. So Erica is probably dead. Well, hell yeah, she did. She crispy. David hurt though. And that's where we close off here, child. At the time of the explosion, I said, Jesus. So in these last couple of episodes, we have lost Oscar. We have lost Melissa. And we have now lost Erica. And the show will return on August the 14th. And I will be right here, the Lord's willing, to talk shit and swallow spit about this episode. This show. And I think I gave y'all everything that happened tonight. I may have missed something. If you feel that it's important, please put it down in the panel section. But I want to thank each and every one of you who come over every week and support me as I review this show. I have seen my numbers go up tremendously. I thank you all for supporting me. Even though we in black screen, you guys have been really, really supportive. And I appreciate that. And I, as I told you all in my Love and Hip Hop review, I'll be seeing y'all real soon, okay? But thank you all for your support. Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on these YouTube streets. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. Honey, ain't no sense of coming over here just for a little bit. You might as well come on and partake in all of the good shit that go on over on this channel. Hit your notification bell button, and every time I come over here and upload a video or go live, you're going to be able to come over and join in all the fun, honey. I try to keep it entertaining for you as I possibly can. So I thank you all for rocking with your girl. You understand what I'm saying? It means a lot to me. And I'll be seeing y'all soon. Put it in the panel what you thought about tonight's episode. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow for Black Ink Crew, Chicago, and Queen Sugar. Peace.